retro movie reviews, and this week we're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. I saw that you were watching it with your kids, with the girls, and I was like, let's do that for the retro reviews. 1991. We watched part 1 the other week. We done a review on that one. This is part 2, which was as awesome as the first one, in my opinion. I think the character building, the costume design, and there was a lot more expression from the characters from this movie, and the martial arts I think was evolved a lot more in this movie. And Mikey was killing me in this movie. There's so many hilarious moments that brought back memories where I remember as a kid that I would just bust up laughing. They made pizza look tastier in this movie. That beginning scene when everyone's eating pizza, I'm like, I would love a cheese pizza right now. All of that sort of stuff. Splinter was awesome. Shredder was awesome coming back. And I really, again, it wasn't a hard watch. It was so awesome. It was making me laugh. Mikey was making me laugh so much in this movie, bro. It was just stuff like where, like just for example, when they were making the monsters that it wasn't Bebop,
Rocksteady and Bebop.
whatever.
Oh
Like
no,
when
somebody else. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, it wasn't them. There were 2 other names. I can't remember what it was, but there was just it's so silly, but it made me laugh. Like they were smelling the serum that they're making, and everyone's like, and then Mikey had a pizza. He smells it like, and he drops a pizza in there. I'm just busting up laughing. I just remember as a kid, I'm like laughing about that. You know, there's another scene. These scenes, I don't know why they just bring back memories where they go in. It's the final battle where where Shredder's told them to come and meet. And I think Donnie is like, it's a bit quiet here, and Mikey's like, yeah, it's a bit too quiet. And then someone goes, oh, there's Raph over there, and Donnie and Mikey's like, yeah, it's a bit too Raph. And these little lines, it really showed the characteristics of Mikey. And I don't know, that's why I was like, that's why he was probably a lot of people's favorite character, because he was just so funny. And this is
Yeah,
why
he's light-hearted, isn't it? He's not
it
so
brought me,
heavy-hearted. He's
yeah, that's why it brought me back to Ronin. And if they're gonna make this Ronin movie, and I know it's not connected to this, but I'm like, man, if Mikey's the guy who's going through this shit in Ronin, I would love to see how they change it, because he's the guy who's just so much fun, and he's a guy you copied his words and all that sort of stuff. It just got me more interested in that, man. This movie was so awesome, man. I really enjoyed it from beginning to end.
bro, it's pure cheese at its best, right? But it's rewatchable cheese where the one-liners are great. As you said, the costumes look better, and the martial arts, the tangible feeling that this movie has will always be that it feels like they're there, and it's the rewatchability of it. Because there are stuff that we get now, it's hard to watch, man. It is very hard to watch again. You watch it the first time and say that's fine, but when do you watch it again? You know what I mean? The only one that I did watch again was the Mutant Mayhem, which I absolutely love. So you've given us growth in the characters. Splinter's deep; he has his moments as well. But then you've continued a story that still made me feel like a kid, bro. Even watching it again, still made me feel like I was part of those Turtle Brothers and the bond that they had, and the fun and the fun that they had together. There were some moments where they just proper lose, and it's like, how did how did this even happen? When he first gets caught, and I can't remember the kid's name, the other martial artist.
Yeah. What's his
Mm.
name? I got him here. Hold on.
Not Neo. Kino,
Kino.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ernie Reyes
I can.
Jr. Kino. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they changed April O'Neil. I completely forgot that, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. They did change April O'Neil.
Yeah, they completely changed April
Page
O'Neil.
to Turco. Um, yeah, I mean, look, when you go back and you said it straight, it is cheese. And as an adult, when you watch it now, yes, you pick up. So, like Shredder killed himself. Like when I watch it at the end, I'm like, he killed himself. I'm like, they didn't do shit to him. But he took the ooze and he ended up killing himself by just knocking everything down. I was like, this is hilarious. But as a kid, it didn't really like, I don't really care, right? I don't really care.
Yeah.
Even when Kino escapes when they capture Wrath, it's like, how the hell did you escape? Nobody tried to stop you. Like, there's so many things, of course, you could pick up. Listen, but there's so many cool things when Vanilla Ice is doing the tune, but that's fucking awesome. The tune is awesome, and you know when the turtle, I don't care. Listen, man, even as a grown ass man, I thought it was pretty cool when they were doing the breakdancing and beating up the
Yeah, yeah,
foot
yeah, yeah,
soldiers.
yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking cool, man. So as a kid, I could just remember my memories of like, oh, that's so cool, man. They're doing breakdancing and kicking everyone's ass. They're so cool. They're so lovable. No one freaks out. The thing that makes me laugh is no one freaks out when they see the turtles, but when they see Splinter, everyone faints and freaks out. I'm like, there's a big ass turtle, but when you see the big ass rat, you want to freak out and faint and whatnot. But bro, what I loved about that movie is they did make the turtles cool and lovable. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so you know, as a kid, like I said, I wanted to copy the words that they're doing. I wanted to copy the stuff that they're doing. I found them funny. You know, even Donnie, when the beginning scene when he finds that push thing, he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you're just like.
I love that. I love
I
that.
just remember
Yeah.
as a kid copying him. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I think they did. Like they reached their target audience and which were kids, and they presented these characters in a way where like, yeah, kids, not only are kids are gonna love them, kids are gonna want to be them. Kids are gonna
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah.
turtle. You know what I mean?
Insanely good, bro. Insanely good. I had good fun with it. I'm gonna try and see if I can catch number three very soon, which a lot of people didn't enjoy or like, but I think the fantasy side of it is going to be interesting because that's the one where they travel back in time to old samurai times. And you know, listen, man, I had a great time watching it. Even Nia was like clapping away. Alara found it very interesting, thinking she didn't watch the first one because I think the first one's a lot more darker
It
than
is.
this one. This
Yes.
one was a bit
Yes.
more, you know, child friendly. I think. I think the first one is really dark, bro.
Yeah.
So this is a nice change. She enjoyed it, and she wants to learn how to kick like that. She goes, "Oh, Daddy, you kick like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll teach you." And Nia was just clapping away. I think she found the turtles interesting to see. But this thing is massive, man. What is this? I don't even know if this is a cartoon or real life. But she was like, "Yeah!" Like every time they were fighting, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I think she's gonna be a good fighter, man. Definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, you're right. This one was definitely like the first one I mentioned that there's a lot of everything happens in the dark. Whereas this one, like they start off in April O'Neil's house, so it's bright. They, you know, the some of the
Yeah.
scenes that they fight the foot soldiers and whatnot was in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, actually, yeah, you're right. They took out some of the dark element and made it bright and whatnot. So I think it animated the characters. The characters were already animated, but I think they animated them a lot more in this one to give them a bit more of a lighter touch. Not that it was dark, dark, dark in the first one or whatnot, but there was a darker element. They were just a lot more animated in this one, which you
Yeah,
know
yeah, definitely,
translated to the
definitely.
cartoons. And again, it just made it was the target audience of the kids. Everyone wanted to be like you know, turtles. I want a turtles action figure. I want to act like them. I want to be a ninja like them, and you know, stuff like that. And they were not very good they were not very good ninjas. You know, Splinter caught them at the end. It's like, did people see you? It's like, oh, no, nobody saw. They were in a club, man. They were in a club dancing and shit. Like they were bad ninjas. They weren't good at their job. Which I think
No, they
was
weren't. They weren't.
good.
And then ended up on the front page of the newspaper.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was awesome. I genuinely enjoyed watching this, man. I think with these retro movie reviews, like if we ever pick a movie where I'm like, I couldn't watch it, then I'm like, I don't want to do it. But the fact that all the
Mm.
movies we watch so far, I can sit back and be like, oh my God. And if it brings back childhood memories, man, if it brings back those, I'm like, this is definitely like one to talk about. And I'm just happy to watch them again, man, because that's
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the things we
definitely.
have, man. Memories, man.
Memories, memories, man. Great watch, great watch, good fun. Let's pick the next one, bro.
We'll pick the next one. Yeah, so we're gonna watch it. I love watching a fresh take on it, man. I really do.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. At this age now, anyway. Yeah,
Yeah. Cool,
definitely. It's a
man. Well,
different
look,
take.
that was anything else to say. Yeah, I mean, look, Bebop Mob Study, it wasn't really done with some next two things. I can't remember the names, they were whatever, but you know, they were fun, they were good. You know, again, I like the costume design. It wasn't, you know, they
Yeah,
didn't really have CGI back then, but it was just costumes, right? Which was just
which
kind
I
of
love, bro. That's why I
yeah,
love it, bro. It's because that
props.
tangible feeling that it's real, and I hope moving forward, and I think films need to bring that. I know some films do it, you know, but like you know, you don't need to watch a big Hollywood movie. Like even with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, bro, that CGI is flawless, bro. Like you're like, how in the insane world does it look this good? Seamless. There was points I was like, I don't even know what's real or fake anymore. So that is because it's a massive budgeted film and it's given everything on this, because of the visuals. The acting and everything's going to be great, but the visuals. But then there are some films, and you're like, with some of the Marvel films, and you're like, bruv, move, man. Just give me X-Men 97 all day.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, all right, guys. Shall I sign off, bro?
That's it. All right. Well, guys, look, that was our retro movie review for this week. Guys, if you haven't seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles originals, I mean, where have you been? And do introduce them to your children because they're children friendly and they can enjoy them and whatnot. And we'll pick the next one for next week. And guys, if you have any recommendations on which ones to do, like throw them out there. We'd love to check it out.
Yeah, no, definitely throw them out there. Throw them out there.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, check the description for the full podcast episode. And while you're at it, show some love and click that subscribe and like button.